What's up, guys? Welcome to VEDA Day 12. Guys, so I'm out for work and heading to Kroger. Actually, it's a couple things that I need to pick up just to help me finish out the rest of my week, and then I'm gonna get baby some stuff. Then I'm gonna go home, fix dinner, put on workout clothes, because y'all know it's no days off. So that is pretty much what I got planned for this evening. Today was a pretty productive day. Like, I can honestly say I am caught up. All the loose ends that I had, I got that done. All my curtain reports, my clinic started up, everything has been submitted to my GM. I even started working on the project for our meeting, because we're having like a really big meeting for all of our customers to attend next week, and so there's a lot of stuff that goes into preparing for that. So I even got a jump start on that, and then the lady who helps us with the meetings will be there tomorrow. So yeah, most of my day will be spent with her tomorrow, you know, just to make sure that everything is ready for next Thursday's meeting. But yeah, today was, like I said, a productive day. I was busy for a little while, and then I got bored for a little while, but when I got bored, I still had stuff to do. I just needed to do it. So I ended up doing it, and now I'm all caught up, and it's not even Friday yet. Like, Friday is tomorrow, so I'm excited about that. But yeah, I'm just about to go to Kroger and do that. But I just wanted to give you guys another story time, because again, I know me working all day, I'm not able to vlog like I want to, and it's like I'll get an opening clip, and then after that I don't have any more footage, you know, which can be expected because I'm at work all day and I'm not like allowed to vlog at work. I just do. But anyway, I'm just gonna give you guys another story time, because you seem to be enjoying these, and like I told y'all, I got stories for days. So this story time is definitely gonna be about the same ex-friend that I had who went to New York and did all that stuff, and then the same girl who sat in the parking lot her whole birthday night waiting on a dude. Now this story right here, I don't know what story takes the cake with her, because every time I get ready to tell y'all a story, I be like, this one takes the cake. But I don't know if this one really takes the cake. But let me tell y'all what happened. So pretty much, as y'all already know, she is super boy crazy. Like, if a boy give her a little bit of attention, she is going to take it and run with it. So me and her were like out clubbing one night, and she met this dude, and I could just tell right off that the dude wasn't about nothing. But again, like, I let people live their lives. Who am I to judge, you know? But I could just tell, like, the way he approached. First things first, he tried to talk to me, and then I let him know, like, no, you know, I'm a lesbian, I'm really not into it. And he was like, okay, no problem, you know what I'm saying? Then he went over to her, and then he tried to talk to her, and just for him walking up to her to give her attention, y'all, she lost her mind. She gave him her number. She bought him a drink. Like, what the hell? You know, I'm not saying girls can't buy boys drinks, but we in the club, bitch. Like, calm down. Like, look. Anyway, so that night or whatever, they exchanged numbers. So me and her chill out, and he texted her and was like, hey, what you got up? And so she texted back and was like, oh, I'm at my friend's house and we just chilling. What are you doing? So he texted her back and was just like, nothing. Do you live alone? Like, in my experience, have learned that if somebody come right out the gate wanting to know your living situation, it's because they homeless, sis. Like, they need somewhere to lay their head. Like, that's what they want to know. Because anybody that I've ever talked to, like, they've never just came out and be like, oh, who you live with? You know what I'm saying? Like, they ask questions like, where you work, or do you have a man, or whatever, but they never come out and just be like, who you live with. So I feel like that was fishy. And I told her, I said, I feel like this is fishy. Like, why he asking you where you live? But of course, she's so boy crazy, and she just likes the attention. She was like, oh, I live by myself, you know, whatever. So after she told him that, he was like, well, say, let me slide through or whatever. Y'all, she left me. This was supposed to be my best friend, which I do understand, you know what I'm saying? You got your little boo thing, y'all do your little thing. But anyway, she was like, okay, cool, I'm finna go home so he can come over there. So then she left my house. She called me back, and she was like, girl, why I gotta go pick him up? And I was like, you always gotta pick them up, like, always. So, you know, it is what it is. I was like, you already left me to go over there, so just go, and I mean, be safe, you know. So she picked him up, she get him to her house or whatever. So after that, I didn't talk to her for a couple of days. I remember texting her, asking her like, hey, is she okay? And she texted me back and was like, yeah, I'm good. But that was it. Like, we didn't have conversations or whatever. So I was just like, okay, well, maybe she's busy. You know, I don't want to bother her, whatever. So a couple more days passed, and then she ended up calling me, and she was like, hey, I'm going to Houston. Do you want to ride? And I was like, yeah, I'll ride down, because we used to always go out of town, like do like girl trip weekends and stuff. So y'all, we went to Houston. On our way driving to Houston, which is 4 hours from Dallas, we just driving, and she's talking, and she's like, I like him, and he's been waiting on me hand and feet, and like when I cook, he fixed my plate, and he washed the dishes, and you know, he cleaned up the bathroom. Like, she's saying all these good things about him. So I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, so that's who's been having your time, because you know, you ain't been talking to me. And she was like, girl, yes, like we've been spending time cuddling on the couch, watching movies, doing stuff like that. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. It sounds like, you know, it can lead into something good. She was like, yeah, I totally understand, like he don't have much going for himself, because he did not have a job, he did not have a car, and he had been at her house that whole time. So I was like, well, do you know where he lives or something? And she was like, well, I think he said he lived with his dad and his brother, but she pretty much didn't get into it anymore. You know, it wasn't my place to ask. So I was like, oh, okay. I said, well, everything sounds good. So me and her go over the weekend. We have a really good time. We do some shopping. She went down there for one of her family members. She took care of what she had to take care of. And then after that, we getting ready to head back. So we heading back to Dallas, and he calls her. So she answers the phone, and he was like, hey, I know you're on your way back. I'm not gonna be here when you get back. I gotta run a couple of errands, you know, turn some corners and stuff or whatever, but I'll see you a little bit later. So she was like, okay. So even me, y'all, I was like totally convinced. I was like, you know what, maybe after all these duds she went to, she actually like found somebody who is decent. Yeah, he ain't got much going for himself, you know, at this point. But if she like him the way that she do, you know, she can like probably build him up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never been the one to just look at somebody and say, oh, you ain't got this, we can't talk. You know, some people just need that push. And I was like, maybe she could be that push for him so he can get what he need or whatever. So we drive, and she was like, you want to just go chill out at my house? So I was like, girl, yeah, I ain't got nothing to do. I ain't got nothing to do. We get to her house, y'all. We walk in her house, and she was like, something fishy. And I was like, what you mean? She was like, something's fishy. And I was like, but what you mean? She was like, something missing. And she looked like under her TV, she had like a television, like little like entertainment center, and she had a speaker, like a, not a speaker, what you call it, like a stereo with 2 speakers. And she was like, where's my stereo? And I was just like, well, I don't know. Was it here when you left? She was like, yep, it was right here. Like, why would I move it? And I was like, well, I don't know. And then she was like, hold on. She went to her bedroom, looked for her laptop. That was gone. She had some jewelry that she had in like this cute little jewelry box that was on her dresser. That was gone. And it was something else that was gone. I can't remember, but it was another like electronic thing. And she was like, girl, what's going on? Somebody robbed me or whatever. So she calls the police, and she was like, she thinks she been robbed. And the police was asking her questions. They came out, they was like, well, it's not a break-in because nothing's broken, the door's not kicked in. So what happened then, they was asking her like, who's been in your house, where have you been? And she was telling them like, we was gone for the weekend, but she had met this guy, and the guy had been staying with her for a couple of days or whatever. She was like, but clearly he wouldn't take the stuff because he called me and just said he was gonna be gone, but he's coming back. So I said, well, if he coming back, just ask him when he get back. So the police, you know, did like a little report or whatever, and they was just like, to write everything down, I guess, for her renter's insurance. I don't remember. But anyway, if they do all that, and we sitting there, so she was like, well, will you stay with me until he get back so I can question him, because I don't want him to like go off and, you know, do something crazy. And I was like, hell yeah, you the bestie, so I will stay here. So I stayed there, y'all. We was waiting and waiting and waiting. I ended up falling asleep, waking up, he still ain't back. So when I woke up the second time, I was like, look, girl, I got to go home. Like, I've been sitting over here waiting for him, and he ain't coming. So she was like, well, let's call him real quick. We called him. She put it on speakerphone. He answers the phone, y'all. Answers the phone. And he's like, what's up, babe? And she was like, so I got back from Houston, and my speaker, my laptop, my jewelry, like all this is gone. And he was like, are you serious? What's going on? What's going on? And she was like, well, do you know anything about it? And he was like, no, man, it was there when I left the house. And she was like, well, did you lock the door? And I was like, pause, bitch, do he got a key? And she was like, well, yeah, I made him a key. I said, oh my God, I just had to insert that in for y'all though. I couldn't believe she gave him a key after meeting him at the club and like letting him spend a night with her for a couple nights. Anyway, So he was like, it was there or whatever. So she was like, well, I don't know, I filed a police report. And he was like, wait, what? And she was like, well, I called the police and I filed a police report so I can have it for my insurance or whatever. And he was like, why would you do that? That's stupid. Like, you don't even know what could happen. And she was like, how is that stupid when my stuff is missing? So obviously it's stolen because you don't know where it's at. And he was like, man, I gotta tell you something. And when he said that, y'all, my eyes got big. I was like, oh my God, he about to say that he stole the stuff. And I was like, but, so I was like, let me shut up. He was like, well, technically I didn't steal your stuff. He was like, but I did borrow it. And she was like, what do you mean? He was like, well, some stuff came through, my baby mama tripping, and she talking about putting me in jail if I ain't had no money. So I took it to the pawn shop. Y'all, yes, I said it. He pawned all of her shit to give money to his baby mama, which I feel like was a lie, because if she was threatening to put you in jail, she been threatening to put you in jail. So why now when you meet my ex-friend that you want to go and steal all her shit and pawn it? So I feel like he did pawn the shit, but not for his baby mama. I feel like he pawned it for the money for him. So anyway, she was like, are you fucking lying? So they're arguing on the phone, and I'm like, you know what, just hang up, don't worry about it, don't stress yourself out about it, just call back the police and let them know. And y'all know what she told me? Well, I don't want to get him in no trouble, that's just stuff anyway. I was finna upgrade that stuff anyway. Yes, sis, that is what came out of her mouth. At that point, I knew she was crazy, and I was like, this man came into your personal space. Granted, you did invite him in. You let him stay. It was stupid of you to make him a key, but he had a key. And instead of like thanking you by being a good person, he literally took your stuff, stole it from you when you was out of town, and took it to the pawn shop and pawned everything. So now you have to spend your hard-earned money replacing the shit that was pawned. And she had a MacBook Pro, y'all. She had a MacBook Pro. Her stereo system was pretty good, and her jewelry was super nice. You know, and it wasn't like a bunch of jewelry, but it was enough to miss, you know. And I was just like, I can't believe it. And it just infuriated me that she was like, it's okay. So she literally called and canceled the report. She was like, oh, I found out that, you know, my boyfriend took it to the pawn shop or whatever, and I'm gonna get it back. So they canceled out the police report. So she didn't file charges against the dude or nothing. And I'm just like, but why though? And then I realized, you know what, don't even question it, because so much stuff has already happened that this should not be a surprise and a shocker to you, Crystal. Like, you should know that this is what she was gonna do. But I just can't believe that old dude was just like real easy of saying, yeah, I had to do this for my baby mama. Like, him and the girl had been together forever. Like, you just met her. It's been like 2 weeks, if that y'all been kicking it, and you done already took all her shit and pawned it. So I was just like, it is what it is. And after that, she was like a little sad or whatever, and she gonna tell me out her mouth, she's like, I still want to talk to him. And I was just like, if he stole that, then who's to say he won't steal money from you, like actual money out your purse? Or, you know, now he won't pawn your furniture or sell your furniture on Craigslist. Like, you don't know what he's capable of. You know what I'm saying? And she was just like, it is what it is. And when she said that, that's when I gave up the ghost, y'all. I was like, it is what it is. So, y'all, I don't even have a moral to this story time. Only thing I can say, sis, is if it ain't right, it ain't never gonna be right. You know what I'm saying? Like, the red flags are there. Look at the red flags. And granted, he really didn't give her many red flags, but I only know what she told me as far as like them cuddling and watching TV and stuff. Like, I don't know what he was over there telling her, because she made him seem like he was husband material. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, he taking your stuff and pawning it. And I'm just like, it is what it is. I don't have time to stress out about my situation and yours too. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I can do is support you as a friend and listen to you and hope that you don't keep making these dumbass choices. So anyway, guys, like I tell y'all in every video, I got story times for you, especially with her, because it was something every week. Something every week. And to this day, like, she is still the same person. Like I told y'all, she's still around, and we still, like, we don't talk every day because I just can't deal with it. Like, we're not friends in that sense, but we don't hate each other either. So, you know, I still do see her on social media, and I see her posts, and she put her business out there all the time. And that's another thing I didn't like. I don't like, you know, it's one thing to not have nobody to talk to, so you do run to social media and you make like these subliminal posts and stuff, and then it's another thing to flat out put all of your business on social media and then get mad when people comment on it. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind kind of person she is. And I can't take that, because granted, I do YouTube, I do Instagram, Snapchat, and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to put my personal business on the internet, especially like if I'm going through something, because that people don't let nothing die down. They're just gonna keep doing it, and that's what she does. And all her posts are always like, you know, I'm doing this, or I thought I met my husband and God's gonna bring me somebody. Like, she always said, every time she thinks she meets somebody, she posts about, oh, I met my husband, and then in a couple days she's making another post saying he wasn't no good, but that's okay because God is cleaning out all the negative people in her life. Like, I'm telling y'all, it's crazy. So like I said, I just see it and keep on scrolling. Like, I don't even have time to keep going to that, because at the end of the day, I was her friend and we were really good friends, and everything that I tell y'all, I would tell her. Like, I would not bite my tongue with her. And she got so mad at me because she was like, you think that it's that easy? Yeah, you had a good relationship, in which I ain't had a good relationship to now. Again, on the outside looking in, you think people got perfect relationships and you don't. Honestly, this time my relationship is so good, y'all. Like, I've never had this healthy of a relationship. So it's so funny to think about her saying all the times that my other relationships were healthy, because I'm like, hey, bitch, I be whooping hoes ass every night. But anyway, yeah, I would just tell her, like, I don't think you should do this, or I don't feel comfortable with you doing this and doing that. And me and her would literally argue and fight, and it was just like, you know what, I'd rather just end the friendship, because you hate me for telling you the truth, but I'm saying I'm your best friend, so I want to be your best friend and tell you what I see. And she just didn't want to hear it, you know. So even to this day, like I said, she is still doing the same stuff, and that's sad, because we are all over 30. Like, this was cute, you know, when we was 20 something, but to be over 30 and now she has a child and all that stuff, like, that's not cute at all. But anyway, y'all know I'm very passionate about stuff like that, and I can talk on and on, but I'm gonna go ahead and end this video right now. If you want to hear more story times, make sure you give me a big thumbs up, comment below, and also, if you are not subscribed, this is your time. Go ahead and subscribe and turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified when I post the next story time. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.